Hello guys, and welcome to episode 15 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Dreadfleet on very hard difficulty. Today we're going to be defending against Biron Wavemaker and the Dragon Spine Privateers. His army consists of a couple dragons at least, as well as a mix of Wood Elf and normal Elven units. Got some Dragon Princes in there. Don't really care about the Hawk Riders too much. But yeah, I think our garrison plus the army we have here should be more than good enough to get the job done. We're going to have Norse Roar, I think, from the Galleon's Graveyard itself to use. Everything was done for this turn, so let's move on to the next one. We are going to be slapping about Finesse Assault Spike today, I hope. I'm probably going to have to play out a battle for Torvreis at least, because there's no way I'm going to be able to auto-resolve that. Currently trying to set up a Pirate Cove in Zlatlan on the way down south. Starting to use up a lot of our money because it's only like 100% increased cost, which is like double the cost of what it would usually be. And that isn't actually that much when you have an abundance of spare cash. Now, assuming that these people start sieging me, yeah, I made the right choice, so that's good. Shyish Wains. Those purple winds of magic are strangely absent around these parts, making the bindings that tie our troops to this world and our will tenuous at best. Should we wait for the winds to blow more favourably for us, or press on regardless? I think consolidating would be the best bet. For sure. Like, the minus campaign map movement range sucks, but like giving myself 10 leadership for all infantry units in the battle that's about to come is very important. So that's really nice. Oh, Trelinia was taken by scaling. Okay. That's fine by me. You can have it. Let's go and wipe out Sardanouth. That's just another auto-resolve, I think. Let's assign this banner. Probably to the bombers.
Wipe them out. All of them.
There we go. Job done.
Spoils of war to me.
I'm just going to sack that.
I cannot be thwarted.
And we will raise it in the next turn. Put him into in-camp stance. It's fine. And he's leveled up, so we can get a vast year, which is going to give himself 20% weapon damage and armor piercing damage, and 8 leadership. X allies in range as well, which is actually really nice. 20% weapon damage, especially if you're surrounded by Necrofex Colossus. That's going to be disgustingly good. Right, well, Black Nobeard is under siege, but with that buff that we just acquired, it's great timing, and we can most likely smash that army. Let's go and have a look at rights, see if there's any we can utilize. In the Vanguard deployment for a few of these units is quite good. And Curse of the Sea Mist would cause attrition, I'm assuming, to this guy. The defensive measure. Maybe we should use it. Wait a couple turns, let them take damage, and then utilize the Vanguard deployment. Although the Vanguard deployment won't really affect me that much. And I think I can defeat the army regardless. So I think we're just going to fight them. It's fine. I'm just going to have to be careful about how I deal with the dragons, I think. The rest of the stuff is fine. Like, I can kill war dances. I can kill all of their ranged forces with my own ranged forces. The Dragon Princes might suck a little. The Hawk Riders might be hard to shoot down. The Sword Masters will be hard to kill, but just in general, I think we'll be fine. Let's fight this on the battle map. If we're not fine, then we're not fine. And we lose the game. Well, actually, we still hold Sartosa, so we won't lose completely. But we have a really nice defensive position on this map regardless, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. We have the Sirens that can hold the front line as long as they need to. They've got great physical resistance against their melee forces, at least. And we got decent unit ranks. I mean, the animated Hulks are great against Swordmasters of Hoeth, and they're good against the War Dancers. I just have to keep them away from the War Dancers with the Asteray Spears. Cool. Let's move all of these guys forwards. Actually, let's set up like I did before when I did this, which was having like the gaps. If we go Sirens, Gunners, Sirens, Gunners, and then we go maybe animated Hulks, Gunners, there we go. So that's like one side defense done, and then we do the other side. So we do Sirens, Gunners, Sirens again, and then Gunners, then Hulks. Actually, that's not a Hulk, that's a bloated corpse. These Hulks. Lovely. So that's going to be like 2 groups. Let's put these Gunners here as well. So that's group 1 because they're on the left, and then this is group 2. Right, and then we'll lock control groups. Meanwhile, my captain can just chill in the middle with the Mourncore Haunter. We'll have my bloating corpses, I think, just in the mid for now. Not sure what I want to do with the Night Terrors. Not sure what I want to do with the Deck Droppers. Maybe we could have them actually fly around the battlefield and try and take on their Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. But that's going to be mainly the job for the cannons, which we're going to place. Where can we place them? Maybe on the right side here. We're going to put them in a position that has a direct line of sight. Do want to hit those Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers basically from the start. I could just put them like here. Although I should maybe probably be shooting the dragons actually more than anything with the cannons from the start. Regardless, we can move them all the way forwards. And that's everything. So we'll start the battle. Get these guys into position. There we go. And then the rest of the forces can just join us as and when. Let's make sure the pole arms come to the middle. The cannons need to be firing at the dragon. We'll hit the star dragon because that's a pretty scary target. Meanwhile, the mortar can just move forwards until it's into range of something. Let's go for the War Dance, or actually no, the Swordmasters of Hoeth. It's a great target. Okay, good. May as well use my Norse Roar if I can. Oh yeah, I'll use it here. This is a great idea because they're all bunched up. Lovely. That did as much damage as it probably would have. Are we hitting the Star Dragon? We are. Okay, good. Orc Riders. Let's turn off Skirmish. And what I need to do is sort out my reinforcements. So we've got the Depth Guard going to the mid. We'll have these Depth Guard going to the mid as well. Extra Sirens can come to the mid. And I can just deploy these where I need them. All of these range forces, though, I'll just have on the far right side. Although I could maybe have like a unit or two. Yeah, let's have like a Siren just screen those. Ace. This one can continue to the middle though. That's fine. Let's have the Deck Droppers start going round on the flanks. Alright, let's have my Lord move forwards. He doesn't actually have a polearm, so he's great against large units. Absolutely fine. Oh wow, he can't see that, so let's fire at the forest dragon instead. Because he can't see the star dragon. Now these guys, I think I might hit them with just some magic, maybe. Ooh, actually saying that, those sirens took a ton of damage. Wow. These guys on guard. I should put them all on guard, actually. I'm taking a lot of missile damage. How are these guys doing? Okay, they've got free and clear. Let's go and charge into the back there. Once the melee engagement starts, we can start doing some damage. Let's have the mortars hit the Lothern Sea Guard. I should probably have the magic hitting them as well. So I'm going to move my Lord all the way forwards. This dragon's nearly dead. That's good. How are the cannons doing? We could use the cannons maybe to hit the Hawk Riders. This dragon's down here. Okay, let's have the Death Guard try and engage the dragon. Over here, we're going to back up these sirens with more sirens. Over here, we need to do the wave attacks. We'll do the Norse Roar. Oh shit, okay. Well, never mind then. Cancel that. Do that though. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that's in time. Okay, just about. Okay, they've actually moved in range with my magic, so that's nice and helpful. Hit them with the tidal wave as well, straight after. Plenty of damage. Lovely. Okay, how are we doing across the board? I think we're doing pretty damn well. Where are my bloated corpses? Okay, we've got a couple on the far right. Are these guys firing? I hope they are. Okay, they're not. We need to move closer. Okay, we can get the sirens in on the flanks here anyway. Some Hawk Riders attacking my gunnery mob. We may as well be attacking those here. We will use the Shanty. Get the Mongol Haunter into this engagement. May as well have the Depth Guard run down there. And we'll have one Depth Guard go and deal with the War Dance on the left. Get these animated Hawks involved. Okay, what about the cannons? Okay, they're currently firing at the Hawk Riders, which is fine. Deck Droppers are hitting the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, that's good. Yeah, here we go. The Depth Guard charging on in. And of course my Mongol Haunter causing issues in that front line. Lovely stuff. Bring these guys back. We'll be getting decent shots across here. We actually are, we're getting really decent shots across. Let's target the Way Watchers with all of those guns. I should probably do it with these guys as well. All these lot can attack into these War Dancers with Asso Spears. We'll keep these guys alive if we can, although it doesn't really matter if they die. What is that? Oh, those are my animated Hulks. Okay, well I'm going to have these guys attack the Way Watchers. Meanwhile, my cannons are still firing at those guys in the sky. I'm going to have this mortar start hitting the Lothern Sea Guard. Good. This is really good. Let's hit the Dragon Princes here as they run away. We'll shoot them with the deck gunners as well. I can have my bloated corpses actually. Oh, I know where I'm going to put my bloated corpses. Oh yes, right into the back of this melee. On the right side we're already done. I mean, make sure any gunners that we do have are firing away at the Way Watchers. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I want to come in here. Just there. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Yes. Beautiful. Done in. Love it. That was just a beautiful ending. An absolutely beautiful ending. All these units being shot as they run away. Even more glorious. Didn't really have to deal with the Forest Dragon much, but yeah. So it worked out really well. We have the cannon fire at the Forest Dragon. It was the reinforcing mortar that we just didn't really use at all. We didn't use these guys. I mean, there's quite a lot of units that we just didn't use because we didn't need to. Like, the front line was holding fine. Maybe we could have ended it sooner with the bloated corpses, but I think it's all good. In the battle for the decisive victory. And this will be another army that we have to chase down. Hopefully I've deleted most of them though. Those Hawk Riders that got a lot of kills, that was just because they attacked one of my gunnery mob. The Star Dragon, that went down really quickly, which I did not expect. That's going to give us the second verse, which I guess just buffs the ability that we have. That buffs it to 40 melee defense. That's pretty crazy good.
Another victory.
And we demolish that army. He's only got 8 loyalty, so I might go for the share the loot again. And the army just got straight up destroyed. Yeah, so it upgraded it. It didn't go from 20 to 40, it went from 20 to 30, but that's okay. I am quite happy with that. Where's that text? There we go. Fidden Wavemaker possesses one of the 3 verses of the fabled Lost Sea Shanty, and by exceeding his infamy you have provoked his ire. He is now sailing the seas, determined to hunt you down and reclaim his place. You must put an end to this pirate once and for all, and in doing so take the verse from him. So we've already done that. But this Lost Sea Shanty. Oh, ye look at the sea. From the mists comes something mighty. Now that we have the ocean so slow, put the sails away and prepare to row. For the monster hunts and its prey should shiver, ever since the vortex went a-quiver. Yeah.
Admiral of the fleet.
Seems pretty relevant to be a lost sea shanty, but there we go. Poke too many holes. Do we want to make this guy cause terror? I don't think so. No, we'll just continue with the sea dogs. Extra leadership when fighting at sea, and also the sacking settlements increase. All good stuff. Right, he only lost like 1 unit, right? Did we not use his bloated corpses? We must have used the ones in the garrison.
About
oh well.
time.
We'll grab ourselves another unit of zombie pirate gunnery mob. Although I kind of like those deck gunners, they're quite accurate. But that's all fine. Jacqueline. You set up Skeggy this turn? Or last turn?
Captain, on deck.
Let's just head to the ziggurat and set up one there.
Blow it sky high.
And for Lana,
Captain, report.
he's setting up one at Zlatan this turn.
For their store.
Zlatlan. This isn't making the money, is it? So yeah, we'll go for another Smuggler's Cove. And she's leveled up, so we shall upgrade established pirate coves. Good.
Blood and toil.
Right now I'll just continue down the coast.
Next time.
We have an office slot available. Okay, he's level 5. He needs to be level 8 to get the fleet secretary. That gives us minus 8% upkeep for all armies faction-wide. As if we didn't reduce upkeep enough already. Fleet Enforcement Admiral gives 15% physical resistance. Passive ability Frenzy? Wow. What about these other ones? The Fleet Sailing Admiral. This is extra campaign map movement range for all armies faction-wide. Minus attrition. Extra campaign map line of sight. This one's extra leadership for all armies faction-wide. Extra casualty replenishment rate for the Lord's army. Extra melee defense for the Lord's army. This one's extra income from buildings. minus recruitment cost faction wide. That's income from all buildings, all provinces as well. I mean, these are insane. These are actually insane. Well then. I think the best one for now, I'm assuming I can move them later, but I'm just going to get the more campaign map movement range. That way I can use him to get treasures in between us waiting for the next attack to arrive. Because I think this is just going to be a defensive army. It may as well be. And if that's the case, what I'm going to do is boot these bloated corpses. And I think I'm just going to grab a mortar and another carronade. It makes me kind of want to have a gunnery wight in the army as well, but I don't think so. We'll just rely on Will the Bloated. I don't know how he can be bloated, because he is a Mongol, which means everything he eats just falls out his stomach. So you're never bloated. Maybe it's an ironic nickname. Let's carry on. It's like completely pointless talking about that. Let's just carry on. Oh, the forge ban has been destroyed, so our trade agreement got dissolved. Bad times. We're going to try and raise that settlement that is owned by Vanessa. And we've gone up in rank again. We're over 8,000 now. It's going up pretty quickly. Does it show us like how much increase we're getting per turn? Because it must be quite a lot. 180, yeah, wow. We're going to be there in no time. Goodbye, Sardnath. We're going to raise you. And
Count Noctilus
do I jump on the water to pick up this treasure? I think if it's still there, then I will. For now, we'll just jump back into the encamp stance. So that's that. This guy's still building his new carronade. This lady can set up the pirate cove at the Ziggurat of Dawn. Another Smuggler's Cove, please. And she needs rank 10 to max this out. So for now, I guess we'll go for Taunt, or we could maybe get one of these bonuses. I think this one's decent. Enemy hero success chance minus 5%. That's what I was looking for earlier, or at least in another episode.
Seas are my domain.
As for Lana, well, back onto the sea with you.
Time to move.
And we will end the turn. Now, since we have a lot of money and we're setting up so many pirate coves, it's increasing our infamy more and more to the point where we're just going to complete the campaign in no time. Now what I might do is, if we're getting close to the next army coming, is head Noctilus back. Because I really want to either give the army that's there some Necrofex Colossus, or just sit there myself to play out the battle with Noctilus. Right, let's speed things up. I don't really care about this troop movement. Scaling can take Sardnath for all I care. Oh, they took that treasure. Damn it. Okay, we mission failed there. I could have declared war on that faction, but I don't think there's much point. Like, if they did come over and attack me, it would just be an annoyance. And knowing the AI, like if I declared war on them, they would most likely do that. Alright, so this chap's just chilling. He's got his 10 loyalty back, so we're getting minus upkeep. But I'm going to use his movement to pick up some of these treasures.
Serve for eternity.
I hunger for blood.
Right, do I set up one on Grey Rock Point?
Off deck.
I think I will.
Move.
May as well, I'm close enough to do so. I will head down here. Maybe set one up at Dawn's Light.
Sky high.
What I'm going to do is move as close as I can to the settlement.
Plotting.
And when I jump on land, I can do it in the same turn. There we go. Rather than it coming on land and not being able to do it in the same turn. It's really irritating when that happens. That's another Smuggler's Cove, which is leveled up again. Monkey Jacket. Odd hit. We'll set her up a similar way to the other one. Right. That is everything, right? Oh no, Count Noctilus needs to move. Okay. So we'll just go towards Torvris. And we'll smash into Torvris in the next turn. Then we just continue north, I think. We go into ownership map mode. Yeah, this is all of Vanessa's lands. All these islands. Put him into encamp.
The sea knows my fate.
And we'll end the turn. So another pirate cove finished.
I will listen to the
And the income is just never ending. We would like a peace treaty. Is it worth getting a peace treaty? I don't know. Probably not. Mainly because I just want the infamy from raising the settlements, and I'm there, so I may as well. Right, we have dropped to 4th. Arlil Lothreef has taken 3rd from us by 1 infamy. Wow.
Admiral of the
Anyway, let's go ahead and grab this. To perform better on campaign. Extra wins is always good. For campaign map movement range.
Sails up.
Now we'll zoom up to the one above the Galleon's Graveyard. Rich has leveled up. Lovely. Continue with Black Powder. And it's time to attack Torvris. What is the settlement garrison like? Oh, it's actually really small. Okay. It's a lot easier than the other rank 5 settlement we took on previously. Let's fight this on the battle map. So this will probably sack for a lot of money. It'll be near 30k, I think. Quite a good map for our artillery because we can hide them on the far left side. They won't be in line of sight of the towers, I don't believe. My Necrofex can just win this one for me. I think I'll just keep the gunners in the forest areas. Okay, so we're going to attack both gates. So we'll send 4 units here. And then we'll have 4 units here, including Noctilus. So that's group 1, that's group 2. All of these ranged units can just chill. And then we'll have Best and a mortar over here. If they perform better in the water, would it be worth just having Best in the water itself? I'm not sure if that affects these. No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually affect artillery. I guess that would be OP if it gave like extra accuracy or something and just place them in the water and benefit. Chap can just chill there, that's fine. I wonder what his range is, I'm really curious. It's not as far as I thought it would be. Oh well. Start the deployment, start the battle. Let's smash on these gates, please. And on these gates. Well, one thing I probably should do is make sure these are forwards enough to defend against any flying units that want to attack my artillery. That is a good idea. Alright, in the meantime, we need to start smashing the depth guard if we can see them. I don't know where they are. There they are. Attack the depth guard. And we'll attack the gunnery mob with the mortars. It is fine. I'm not sure. Whatever. Let's just turn around and shoot these. This is dumb. Meanwhile, accuracy bonus please, and we'll buff up those. As for our ranged forces, let's tuck them in a bit more because they're still being shot by the old towers, which is a pain in the ass. These guys made it, so that's good. The reason I'm just shooting this is because I can. Can I use this, I wonder? Not sure if it does much damage. Better than not using it at all, which would probably be the case otherwise. Just trying to point blank shoot this death streak. Yeah. Fine. But hitting the sirens, I don't think it's hitting the sirens very well. We can hit the zombie gunnery mob. We've broken down this gate, we have. Okay, let's just come inside. And we'll force the depth guard at least off the walls. I really did not expect these guys to come out of the settlement to attack us. This guy's like almost taken down the gate. He's currently just standing there shooting them in the face, which is fine by me. I do need to kill off the depth guard with pole arms if I can. Meanwhile, out in the open, those guys are all going down. I love the way that I've managed to line up here so that I can shoot back towards the walls and kill off the depth guard. The turkey shoot. Slowly but surely they're getting wiped out. And these guys can take a shrapnel shot into the face. Okay, and all these guys should be good to go. Get in the settlement, lads. Let's just have them all engage in melee here. They will die very quickly, regardless. We could have one maybe walk towards the square to try and capture. There is a fleet captain though. And if that fleet captain has a polearm, that would suck. Because we'd probably end up killing one of my dudes, but he does not have a polearm, so we're good. Meanwhile, this is firing away. Give her more accuracy, more ammunition. Come in with this attack here. That's a Bit wonky, but it will do. Wow, what the fuck happened there? It like bounced off the wall. I think it's because I deployed it too close to the wall. If I can just have him come up here, that would be good. Like if I just have Noctilus engage, or even none of them engage, and just line up and shoot like I was doing in the other place, that would be kind of funny. One thing I do need to do is get some invocations going, now that they're all bunched up. We'll put down that ability. I guess we could, like, potentially just use all of the... Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? I'll just use all of the Necrofex Colossus to attack because I can buff them all with this ability. There we go. Not even sure if I want Best continuing to fire, so maybe target these gunnery mob instead. These guys are done with what they were doing. Let's just have them all go and attack the fleet captain. Oh, it's game over anyway. If we can get a little bit more healing in there toward the end. Because I'm not going to be taking the settlement, I'm just going to be sacking it, so I want to make sure we're healed up as much as we can be. Okay. She is disintegrating. Oh, lovely. Job done. $18 losses. That was a bit better when it came to settlement battle. Good old Bess taking out those nice units of depth guard. I do find it funny how, like, when the DLC came out, they put a lot of emphasis on the depth guard being super elite, strong forces, similar to Chosen, but they're really not. They're kind of shit. Their unit numbers are very low, they don't have the melee attack and melee defense similar to Chosen. Kind of sucks, because I feel like they should have. The Necrofex Colossus is way too strong. But I'm quite happy just plowing through with them. Okay, so it wasn't quite 30k, but it's 24.2k. Get extra income from sacking settlements. We leveled that up. Fantastic. Let's jump into encamp stance. So if we raid, well, how much do we get? 454, because we still need to complete that mission. So I guess we may as well be raiding. Where do we want to go? Ensorcelled weapons doesn't seem like too bad of an idea, because we do have quite a lot of rank 7 gunnery mobs. We don't really have many rank 7 Necrofex Colossus. Saying that, we're getting there. I think what we're going to do though is get the ensorcelled weapons first. And then we'll get hardened by death.
Of the fleet.
Right, Jacqueline, set up your old pirate cove, please. We'll make that a smuggler's cove, since that settlement does not make any money. And we can max out established pirate cove. Okay, good.
Captain on deck.
He is sorted. What about Lana?
Captain reporting.
Lana can just jump onto the water.
Onwards.
Let's end the turn. So we've now got 40,000 to spend on pirate coves, so we may as well just make pirate coves wherever we go. Still surprised I haven't seen Vanessa. I really thought when I started attacking that she would turn up pretty quickly, but must be still raiding north or something. Completely forgot about Zartosa itself. Let us have that. I don't mind, of course.
Ready.
There's another settlement down here. Oh, maybe not. Let's just go to the island then,
Wave treading.
where we need to go in order to get our treasure.
Noctilus reigns.
Okay,
As
Noctilus.
my power ascends.
Smash this settlement, please. Oh, I'm gonna have to attack that again manually. That sucks.
My wrath.
And unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we will raise Tor Vris, then we'll head up to Tor Karalai and take out Misnar as well. Hopefully we'll bump into Vanessa at some point. Black Nobeard, he is busy trying to get to these treasures, so we'll leave him to do that. Meanwhile, Jacqueline can go and find more coves to set up, which will probably be the next one at Port Reaver. That's all for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.